He was the man who fixed your security system, the president of your church council, the friendly neighbor who led your kids' Cub Scouts. But for 30 years, Dennis Rader hid a monster inside, one that bound, tortured, and killed for pleasure. Then demanded the world notice. This is the true nightmare of the BTK Killer, the ordinary man who became Wichita's greatest terror. Welcome to True Tales USA. Subscribe if you enjoy true stories. Dennis Lynn Rader was born in 1945 in Kansas. From childhood, dark urges simmered, torturing animals, stealing women's clothing, fantasizing about control. He served in the Air Force, married Paula Dietz in 1971, fathered 2 children, Brian and Carrie, and built a respectable life. He installed home alarms for ADT, ironically making houses safer while planning to invade them. Sundays, he led Bible study. Neighbors called him polite, reliable. No one suspected the sadistic fantasies he scripted in notebooks, projects of domination. January 15, 1974, everything changed. Rader targeted the Otero family, Joseph, Julie, and their children Joey 9 and Josephine 11. He cut the lines, entered armed, bound them with ropes from their own home. He suffocated Joseph and Joey with plastic bags, replacing one after Joey chewed through it in desperation. He strangled Julie as she begged for her kids' lives. Then, the basement horror, he hanged 11-year-old Josephine from a pipe, watching her struggle on tiptoes while he played for lives erased in cold calculation. He left semen at the scene, a signature he repeated. The terror continued. April 1974, Catherine Bright fought back fiercely. Rader shot her brother Kevin, who survived to give the first sketch, then stabbed and strangled Catherine. March 1977, Shirley Vian, ill in bed, Rader bound her, locked her terrified children in the bathroom with toys to keep them quiet, and strangled her over a plastic bag. December 1977, Nancy Fox, Rader handcuffed her, teased her with a belt around her neck, tightening and loosening to savor her fear before the final kill. He called police the next day to report the body. Craving the spotlight, he couldn't resist taunting. October 1974, a letter in a library book confessed to Otero's, coining BTK: bind, torture, kill. How many do I have to kill before I get a name in the paper or some national attention? He wrote in 1978 to Cocky TV, and closing a poem mocking victim Shirley Vian, Shirley Locks. Shirley Locks. Packages arrived with victims' jewelry, driver's licenses, Polaroids of posed bodies. One 1979 letter to a near victim, Anna Williams, who escaped by coming home late, read to Anna, "Why didn't you appear?" With a drawing of her bound. He was starving for fame, yet his careful planning kept him invisible. Then, silence. After 1991's murder of Dolores Davis, strangled with pantyhose, body dumped in freezing cold, Rader stopped. No more killings. Police believed he died or fled. In reality, he lived quietly, enforcing city codes as Park City's dog catcher, harassing women who later filed restraining orders, attending church, raising his kids. The monster retreated into fantasy, binding himself in women's clothes, stealing souvenirs, writing more projects. His ego simmered, waiting. 2004, a Wichita Eagle article on the unsolved case reignited his hunger. Letters flooded in under fake names like Bill Thomas Killman, with photos, puzzles, threats. One package, a cereal box note asking if a floppy disk could be traced. Police lied. Yes, safe. He sent one from his church computer. Hidden metadata revealed Dennis and Christ Lutheran Church. Investigators traced his Jeep, matched DNA from old semen to a familial sample from his daughter's medical record. February 25, 2005, arrested on his way home. I have suspicions why," he said calmly. In 34 hours of interrogation, Rader confessed everything cold, proud, correcting details like a director fixing a script. He described murders as sexual fantasies he scripted meticulously. June 2005, guilty plea to 10 counts. August, 10 life sentences, 175 years minimum. In court, he rambled for 30 minutes like an acceptance speech, and moved by victims' families' sobs. Even in El Dorado prison, shadows linger. As of 2026, Rader, now in his 80s, Reportedly frail faces probes into unsolved cases. 1976 disappearance of Cynthia Kinney possible. ADT link. Other Midwest vanishings. He denies, but drawings and trophies from his property fuel suspicion. His daughter Carrie, in her 2025 Netflix doc My Father, the BTK Killer, confronts him after years of silence, describing a man who still terrifies her. How does pure evil hide so perfectly for 30 years? How many more secrets does he carry? The BTK Killer didn't just murder, he shattered the illusion that monsters look different from us. What shocks you most? His double life, the taunts, or the floppy disk mistake? Comment your thoughts below. Like to keep these stories alive. Subscribe for daily true American tales on True Tales USA. The monster next door might still be watching.